again, it's Lock Noob, and in front of us we have this absolutely beautiful all bronze Yale padlock, and it's clearly very, very old. Just take a look at the key. I mean, that is gorgeous, isn't it? And you can see there it says made in England. So it's an English made Yale Town incorporated lock. And if you look at that key, you'd be thinking that looks a lot like a warded lock. And if you have a feel around on the inside, don't know whether you can even look down there, you might be able to just see some warding shining up at you in there. So these cuts on the key are definitely to do with inner warding. But then look at these two cuts here. They are stepped. Why are they stepped? Well, this is essentially a warded lever lock. I will link to a video that Bosnian Bill did where he took a larger one of these with 4 levers. I think this only has 2. And he actually milled it apart. And what you see is that there is a retractable sprung bolt stump which needs to move into some gating on 2 levers which are horizontal in the lock. I'm assuming that that's what these steps are, that those are where the levers are positioned. You lift those up, the tip pulls against the sprung bolt, pulls it into the lever gating, and therefore you get an open. So if you just took a random warded padlock key and got in there and started feeling around for something to manipulate, you end up springing against something in the center of the lock, but it doesn't open. Why? Well, you're not pulling back a retractable latch. What that spring is those 2 levers. You need to pull on the bolt stump at the back and manipulate those levers at the same time, which is where I had a little think, and I thought, well, what if you had 2 sets of warded keys? Maybe, I thought, you could stack them together because the key itself is quite fat. And maybe what we could do is replicate the key by sliding this up and down to hit the sweet spot, and maybe be able to lift the levers and retract the bolt at the same time. Well, might work. Let's give it a go. Pop it in the vise, and then get our 2 warded picks. And this one is going to go to the back and hopefully pull back the bolt into the lever gates, and I'll lift those up using this double warded pick. And what I can do, because one is longer than the other, this is a Law Lock Tools warded pick, is I can slide this up and down, essentially making myself a number of different key variants, and one of them might work, so it might need a little bit of jiggling. And you just need to go in and find the, like I said, that point where it all comes together. And we've got an open there. So let's see if I can pull them both out together at that position and see what that looked like. So that was there. Let's line that up against the key and see if we can see what's going on. So I think what's happening is that I managed to do something like that. So obviously there's a lever here. I may have nudged those levers up and pulled back the bolt like that. That's what I think sort of happening there. I could be wrong, but hey, I got an open. My theory worked, and there we go. This beautiful vintage Yale opened. So thank you to Phil Dixon for sending me this. It's such a wonderful all bronze lock. Lovely history about it. A real gem in any collection. And just what a fabulous mechanism. I do fully suggest you go watch that Bosnian Bill video on the milling out of one of these locks, which actually had a completely jammed keyway. it was unsavable. So it's not like a piece of history destroyed. And because of that video, I learnt a lot about how this mechanism works and was fascinated by it. It's a lovely mechanism, taking sort of levers and wards all at the same time. Really, really wonderful. Well, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you again to Phil, and I'll see you all next time.